Hi everyone, Bandanner here. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this week's WARNO devblog. It's going to be a bit of a short one as it's mainly the history lesson and just a reinforcement of what's already in the Bernadotte milestone, which has been released today. So what about the historical namesake then? Well, Jean-Baptiste Jules Bernadotte, better known to the Swedes as King Carl IV Johan, was a French military commander who became the first of a dynasty of monarchs ruling modern Sweden to this day. He has a long and convoluted history, with Napoleon being a rival not only as a politician and army leader in war, but also in love. While initially serving well, there were frequent clashes between Bernadotte and Napoleon, including in politics, where Bernadotte was a Republican. There were also differences in battlefield conduct, and they shared the same love interest, who would incidentally ultimately choose Bernadotte over Napoleon. Bernadotte would never regard himself as anything but equal to Napoleon, never an underling. He had been one of France's leading military and political figures. He would not be content to just being one out of 18 marshals of the first promotion. The seeds of Bernadotte's ascension to the Swedish throne would be planted during the siege of Lubeck, in which his courteous behaviour won the respect of the Swedes. There's a subheading here of different objectives. However, his less than stellar performance at Wagram saw him stripped of command by Napoleon and sent back to Paris. Under house arrest, he was thrust into spotlight again due to British landings at Antwerp. With no one else at hand, Bernadotte was given overall command by the Frouche, apparently that's the Minister of Police, and showed so much energy in getting rid of the British with a bunch of second-rate troops, it was difficult for Napoleon to punish him afterwards. The next thing is an even bigger surprise. The spectre of an administrative spot in occupied Spain hanging over him, Bernadotte instead moved to Sweden as the new crown prince. He didn't have any say in his position, having been elected by the Swedish nobility, with Napoleon's approval. But all parties could see the benefits of Bernadotte's new job. Napoleon saw this as an opportunity to get rid of a political rival and create a potentially new European ally. However, Bernadotte followed his own plans, putting Swedish interests first. He turned into an enemy, going to war against France and even successfully defeating the French on numerous occasions. After Napoleon's final defeat in 1815, Talleyrand's scheming in Paris brought an old Bourbon dynasty back to the throne, despite the Russian Tsar Alexander's support for Bernadotte's claim. In 1818, at the Swedish king's death, he was crowned the new king as Carl IV Johan. His dynasty still endures today. In France, Bernadotte was widely regarded as a traitor, having turned against his former nation, yet Napoleon refused to label him as such, even when Bernadotte was at war with France. Desiree Clary, Bernadotte's spouse, was left in peace, even acting as a discreet channel of communication between the two men. Love conquers all. That was quite a short bit of history, actually. So, what is in Milestone Bernadotte? Well, the Army General Corps and Versus functionality has been added, so you may now play Bruderkrieg in multiplayer, co-op, or Versus. A new Warsaw Pact division has been added, the Soviet 6th Guards Motor Rifle Brigade, and a revised Berliner Gruppierung as part of the big split divisional cleaning. There is also further house cleaning for the US 24th, the 11th E, and the UK 2nd Infantry. There is a new command and control setting for multiplayer lobbies, an optional upkeep system that decreases the player's income depending on the amount of reinforcements they have deployed on the battlefield. There are also various balance changes which are available at the link down below. And that's everything for this week. As I say, it was going to be a short one and mostly about history. Thanks for watching, everyone. As ever, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more WARNO.